I know she will bring to the demands of her new role the steadfast devotion to duty on which I have come to rely so much.
Real-life families and, actually what's going on in the community, and it must be really challenging for you.
Kate Middleton could be Queen much sooner than anyone expected, and while her health is the top priority, there's a feeling of calm before the storm for the royal family. After a chaotic year of health crises, both Kate Middleton and King Charles were diagnosed with cancer. Now Middleton and Prince William are getting ready to step up as the future King and Queen of England far sooner than they ever planned, were ever prepared for. But are they truly ready for such a monumental task, and what exactly happens when Kate Middleton finally becomes Queen? Join us as we reveal 20 insane things that happen when Kate Middleton takes the throne. Number 20, she'll bring her maiden name into her official title. Right now she's known as the Duchess of Cambridge. And while fans and the public often call her Duchess Catherine, that's not technically her correct title. That's because according to strict royal protocol, only princesses born into the royal family are allowed to use their first names after their titles. Middleton must follow that rule since she married in, and she isn't supposed to be formally addressed by her name. However, that all changes when she becomes Queen Consort. In the future, royal expert Marlene Koenig told Insider that Middleton will finally get the title of Queen Catherine once prince. William becomes king. This special title follows a historical precedent that was set by the late Queen Mother Elizabeth, the mother of the current king. After her husband, King George VI, passed away, she became known as Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. This was to distinguish her from her daughter, Queen Elizabeth II. So, just like the switch from Middleton to Queen Catherine, it will highlight the massive change in status for William's consort and symbolise her new place within the family dynamic and her own individual standing. But the question is, will she uphold the traditions defining the British monarchy? Number 19. She'll bow before Prince William. Like other royals, Kate has learned many court protocols, including bowing before certain specific royal family members. According to royal tradition, Kate must curtsy to blood princesses if she isn't accompanied by her husband, Prince William. These royals include Princess Alexandra, Princess Beatrice, and Princess Eugenie, who are the daughters of the Duke of York. These gestures are steeped in rich royal family tradition, and when Prince William is eventually declared, the King Middleton's deference to him will be on full display. During the coronation ceremony, she will kneel before her husband in a formal act of homage, a true royal custom. It's expected to be a glorious and globally televised event, just like their wedding back in 2011. On that day, 24 million viewers watched on the BBC alone. The incredible spectacle of pomp and pageantry. With its ancient and grand history, the new crowning ceremony is expected to draw just as much global attention. But what about what she wants? Number 18, spending time with her children. As Kate climbs the royal ladder, her responsibilities are going to become more overwhelming, leaving her with much less time to spend with her children. This is a similar workload that was assumed by Prince Charles, who took on an upgraded role after the Queen reduced her public engagements. He carried out 527 official engagements in 2015 alone, as Queen Consort Kate must take on similar public and ceremonial duties, all while still raising 3 children. Kate has always been candid about the ups and downs of motherhood, once sharing that she hasn't had much breathing room since having her 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. In one moment, she mentioned how George got a scooter and was zooming so fast on it, making it really challenging for her to keep up. But she also noted that Princess Charlotte was helping to keep him in line as she was growing bigger every day. It seems that the challenges of managing her kids were already quite demanding. However, does this reality also mean that having more kids would be too difficult? Number 17. She's advised against it. Having more children. It's said Kate was emulating the late Queen herself, who had continued to bear children until she was in her late 30s. Observers have noted that Kate's last Child brought the total number of living royal family members up to 22, which sparked whispers that she might wish to have even more. However, some voices were cautioning against having more children, advising her instead to be much more cautious with that thought. According to some, the much talked about Kate should lead by example for others amid the growing anxiety about population growth, and as a mother of 3, how would the juggle get more intense with the new role, number 16, her transformed role as consort. Queen. She has already played a significant part helping Queen Elizabeth with the royal burdens both at home and abroad. Abroad, this means attending high-profile functions like the traditional garden parties held at Buckingham Palace, and of course state banquets where she'll welcome international dignitaries. Along with these duties, Middleton will represent the crown with perfect polish and diplomacy, holding to the highest of royal standards, but her role is set to transform dramatically when Prince William finally becomes king. She will become Queen Consort right beside the reigning monarch, in this case Prince William, hosting royal events. As his consort, she'll be right there with him, taking part in state ceremonies and diplomatic receptions, and other official events. As royal expert Marlene Koenig told Insider, a Queen Consort has no constitutional powers, but the role is steeped in tradition and carries huge symbolic significance. Koenig mentioned that Catherine's role will shift because she becomes the sovereign's consort. There's no true constitutional role for a consort, it's purely traditional, but she will be the first lady of the land. In terms of rank, does this mean that as Queen Consort she'll be the most prominent woman in all of Great Britain, number 15, being crowned alongside Prince William, unlike his late father-in-law. Prince Philip Kate Middleton will be crowned with her husband during his coronation, although male consorts are not crowned by tradition. It is a custom for female consorts to receive the honour along with the king, making them the most prominent women in Great Britain. The official royal family website notes that, unless it's decided, otherwise a Queen Consort gets crowned with the king in a similar but much simpler ceremony, it is the most important distinction between the coronations for male and female consorts. Middleton will be right there at Prince William's side the moment he is declared king. That ceremony will mark her formal entrance into the role of Queen Consort. This moment completes Kate's long journey from being the Duchess of Cambridge to the highest ranking woman in the entire United Kingdom. So what other defining moments will she face on her royal journey? Number 14, moving into Buckingham Palace. This gigantic and luxurious palace has around 775 rooms. It's a prime example of British architecture and has officially been the home of Britain's monarchs since 1837. When Prince William takes the throne, he and his wife Kate Middleton will leave their home at Kensington Palace and move into this incredible palace as their residence and royal command centre. However, in what would be a sad twist of fate, should William pass away before her Buckingham Palace would instantly become the official headquarters for the next in line to the throne, their son Prince George. In that case, Middleton would likely be required to find a new residence among the other royal palaces, much like how the Queen Mother moved to Clarence House when her own daughter ascended to the throne, handling the transition with her characteristic elegance and dignity. So what other residences would be made available for Queen Catherine? Number 13, enjoying the other gorgeous royal homes. A modern Queen Consort has several stunning royal homes steeped in history and tradition where she'll spend her time. These majestic houses include Windsor Castle and the peaceful Balmoral Castle, Holyrood Palace and the Sandringham estate. The castles of Balmoral and Sandringham are especially near and dear because Queen Elizabeth privately owns them, meaning she can choose to hand over these treasured properties to any heir she chooses when she passes. Windsor Castle and Holyrood Palace, on the other hand, belong to the Crown itself and are official residences for any reigning monarch. This means it is certain that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge will spend plenty of time at Windsor Castle, perhaps as their primary home for Easter festivities. They will also use Holyrood Palace as their official residence up in Scotland, their official home in the historically rich city of Edinburgh, Scotland, which adds to its royal significance. So which other royal building holds a royal significance that the new Queen will continue. Number 12, the Christmas celebration at Sandringham. Prince William and Kate Middleton will very likely inherit the tradition of hosting the huge Christmas celebrations at the Sandringham estate, just like Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip have done for so many decades. This estate has been at the heart of the celebrations for centuries, and it is filled with rituals that have been cherished by the family for generations. One of the best known traditions is the royal family's unique gift exchange on Christmas Eve at Sandringham. The exchange is said to be very relaxed and informal, often involving hilarious or light-hearted gifts, instead of something extravagant. The royal family attends a Christmas service at St. Mary Magdalene Church before heading back to the estate for their traditional lunch of roast turkey and Christmas pudding, as William and Kate maintain royal traditions by hosting Christmas festivities at Sandringham, adding their personal touches while keeping the family's established practices. This also helps them connect to the many generations of the family. But who else will the Queen be close to besides the royals? Number 11, her private secretary will become her closest friend. From this point on, one relationship will truly flourish, the bond between Kate and her private secretary, Rebecca Deacon. It's already growing strong and will soon deepen as they navigate royal duties together as a faithful and capable confidant. Rebecca manages Kate's hectic schedule and accompanies her to various events, usually blending into the background, where she remains almost totally unseen by the public eye. Rebecca joined the royal household in 2007 as a central figure in organising that memorable, if a bit unusual, memorial concert for Princess Diana. She has been an essential part of the royal wedding that completely captured the nation's attention, a true well of insider knowledge about the household and all its customs. Rebecca isn't just an aide but a major ally as they handle their days. Together the two will likely get to know one another, almost like sisters forming a partnership built on trust that's sure to help Kate adjust to the reality of her new world. So what other assistance will her new role provide? Number 10. Increased income. Queen Elizabeth II had a net worth of $515 million with an annual salary that rose to a massive $61 million. All this money doesn't just go to her extensive travelling or smart investments and hosting fancy garden parties and charity events, but also into maintaining iconic buildings like Buckingham Palace. Her income remains protected by law despite any changes in the government, meaning that the treasure of this wealth will be passed down to the next lucky heir to the throne. In stark contrast, Kate Middleton stands to earn a little more than $3 million a year from Kensington Palace. This sum goes towards her household running expenses, which include travel costs, salaries for her household staff, and of course her very expensive designer outfits. Travel represents her biggest expense category. For example, a trip to Japan and China costs around $76,000, whereas a trip to New York racks up an $1,800 bill, as reported by People magazine. However, what will distinguish Princess Catherine from other former Queens? Number 9, the only British monarch to have a degree. This will be a distinction that Kate Middleton will wear like a crown if she does ascend to the throne, as she will then be the only female British monarch with a university degree. In the year 2005, she fulfilled the requirements to earn an impressive second-class upper MA Honours History of Art degree from the famed University of St Andrews, an institution famous, of course not, only for its academic excellence, but also as the place where she and Prince William first met. Regarding her learning, experienced Kate once told the student newspaper that she would like to be open to a general education in every aspect of life and to stand by her commitment to experience. Prince William always pokes fun at his wife's time in St Andrews, saying student life there was so phenomenal that every undergraduate left the university either married or as an alcoholic. However, the best outcome for both of them is that their student life ended in a happy union rather than a drunken mess. But are there possibilities of a sad future? Number 8, she may lose countries under her rule. The Commonwealth includes 16 countries where King Charles is the official head of state, including Australia, Canada, Cyprus, Fiji, Ghana, Grenada, India, Jamaica, Malaysia, New Zealand, Nigeria, Pakistan, Singapore, and South Africa. Many Commonwealth countries were reluctant to be part of the British Empire, which might mean they would no longer want to be part of it. In fact, Dr. Anna Whitelock suggested in an interview that if Kate were to become Queen, it might lead to many countries holding referendums to sever their ties with Britain. She noted that there had been serious questions about the role of an unelected royal family in modern Britain, which has been kept in check due to the presence of the Queen. Whitelock predicted that by 2030 there would likely be more vocal demands for the abolition of the monarchy. While she could not promise the complete end of the monarchy, she emphasised that its purpose and relevance would be scrutinised and challenged much more than ever before. What other challenges exist to counter the Queen number 7, the pressure of royal duty? Kate Middleton's eventual transition into Queen Consort might not be as simple and smooth as it appears. Despite her composed and dedicated public image, there are signals that she might want something very different. And this is true for most royals. Prince Harry once said during a Newsweek interview that not one member of the royal family genuinely wants the throne, but they assume the responsibility for the greater good. Is there anyone in the royal family who wants to be king or queen? Harry responded honestly that he doesn't think so, but he added that the royals will all do their duties at the right time. This hints at a kind of inner conflict. It's a conflict Kate is surely bearing, facing pressure from all sides during her period of adapting to the constraints of becoming queen. The pressures of royal duty and public expectation tend to weigh more on someone marrying into the royal family than being born into it. As she once confessed, the prospect of becoming Queen Consort is one that she actually finds scary. During her official engagement interview, she revealed her feelings about entering royal life, stating that it's quite a daunting prospect, which she'll hopefully take in her stride. Still, what could make this journey easier for her? Number 6, adopting Queen Elizabeth's mantra. Representatives for Catherine Middleton at Kensington Palace sometimes make exceptions to Buckingham Palace's usual no-comment policy when it comes to the press. One recent example involved the palace making a very strong statement after the British magazine Tatler ran a profile on Middleton under the headline, "Catherine the Great." This caused enormous controversy, with a palace spokesperson describing the piece as full of a swathe of inaccuracies and false misrepresentations. Consequently, Tatler complied with the Duchess's requests and removed the portions that were in dispute. It may be that when she becomes queen, she will change her public relationship style altogether. Number 5, taking Diana's title. When Prince William finally ascends to the throne, he will be officially recognised as His Royal Highness Prince William of Wales, while Kate Middleton will adopt the title of Her Royal Highness Princess Catherine of Wales. This is a hugely significant moment in royal history, as William's mother, the beloved Diana, was the last person to hold the title of Princess of Wales before her divorce in 1996. Kate has often been compared to the late Princess Diana, particularly for their strikingly similar fashion choices, but they also share similar backgrounds. Both women were raised in more humble English households where they experienced the charm and challenges of an ordinary life before stepping into the intense limelight of royalty. Their paths were connected to the everyday world. Diana was a devoted mother, while Kate carved her own niche as an accessory buyer for a prominent fashion company. So what other things prepared her to be a worthy successor to the title once held by such an inspiring figure, number 4, giving up her love of designers? Queen Elizabeth's wardrobe was all about traditional British elegance and classic lines, consisting of just the right elements she established as a young queen. The public mostly knows that the Queen often glowed in bright colours so that she could never be missed. Whenever she came out for an official engagement, it contributed to her distinction. If Kate were to fill the shoes of Queen Elizabeth, her first challenge would certainly be to fend off her craving for high street fashion. She has an affinity for several popular brands like Rice, Zara, Gap and Topshop, which always provokes a shopping craze, whenever she's seen wearing them in fact. For instance, after being spotted in a rice dress costing $200 when she met Michelle Obama, it was sold out online within seconds. David Rice, the founder, said Kate's choice boosts the brand, bringing it more interest and awareness worldwide. In fact, this has become popularly known as the Kate effect. This Kate effect demonstrates her power over world fashion, touching an ordinary item and making it into something completely unavailable. Number 3, never being able to divorce, in complete contrast to the late princess. Diana, whose public displays of affection were often celebrated, Kate Middleton and Prince William embody a more reserved approach to their relationship. They tend to adhere to the traditions that have been established by the royal family, following the powerful example that was set by Queen Elizabeth II. Body language expert Robin Kermode shared his insights with the Daily Mail, noting that while no formal rule prevents William and Kate from expressing affection in public, the royal family is certainly influenced by the Queen's example. Her Majesty seldom engaged in hand-holding or kissing her husband in public, establishing an unwritten guideline that many other royals seem to follow. Model. Marriage, as we all know, is a complex journey, and like any couple, Kate and William may face their own challenges. If Kate ever felt unhappy in her marriage, she would have to explore her options, though divorce would be another story. It likely wouldn't be one of them. Since 2002, the Church of England has allowed divorced people to remarry, but only under very specific circumstances. However, if Kate hopes to one day become queen, that particular path would be completely off limits to her. So what other incidents might actually bring the future queen genuine happiness? Number 2, turning her family into actual royalty. It's important to note the historical contrast. Kate's father, Sir Michael Middleton, is the first ever grandfather to a future king, Prince George, who currently has no title. This is a very uncommon situation, breaking a 1,000-year history where future monarchs always had grandparents who carried royal titles. This means that as Kate gets closer to the throne, it's much more likely she will grant her parents earldoms or other similar dignities. However, the exact meaning of such titles remains a subject of some debate. Former royal editor Charles Moseley once remarked to The Telegraph that he believed an earldom would be a much more suitable title to give them than something like a dukedom. He explained that a dukedom would be excessive and noted that you must be incredibly wealthy to support such a lofty title. Similarly, Prince William himself has expressed his deep admiration for Kate's family. During their engagement interview, he shared how much he appreciated her parents' warmth and welcoming nature. Will impact Princess Catherine's reign as Queen number 1, becoming a modern queen and king. Kerrig told Insider that King William and Queen Catherine would be far more informal than any of the previous sovereigns and consorts before them. The couple has already been praised for their efforts to modernise the monarchy. They are keeping things real by adopting more casual and approachable manners, redefining what royalty means in the 21st century. William and Kate now appear on radio podcasts and television shows, helping the public relate to their contemporary experiences. They have created such a real connection during their royal tours that it can easily be mistaken for a normal meeting between friends. They often stop to chat with fans, going directly against established royal traditions. They have even managed to take a few selfies. These small, perhaps even minor gestures of openness ring beautifully with the modern public. They seem so deliberate in their intent to connect, and it appears to translate into a real commitment to bridge the gap between the monarchy and the people. Do you think the King and Queen William and Kate will mostly try to keep with tradition, or will they truly modernise the institution for future royal generations? Share all your thoughts with us down in the comments section. And remember to like, share and subscribe for more. Also click the next video showing on your screen. We know you will enjoy it.